In the TikTok era, it's impossible to figure out which songs go viral and dominate the charts. In this video, we'll look at every unexpected hit of 2025 so far. Party For You by Charli XCX. When Charli XCX first released How I'm Feeling Now in May 2020, it was celebrated as a groundbreaking project from that lockdown era. It was critically acclaimed, but it didn't get mainstream attention. Among its track list was Party For You, an experimental hyper-pop banger that wasn't initially pushed as a single.
Only do this party for you. I only do this party for you.
For years, the song remained a deep cut, beloved by hardcore fans, rather than a mainstream hit. However, in 2023, it re-emerged in the spotlight after being featured in the final scene of the cult comedy Bottoms. That exposure planted the seeds for its later viral explosion. The song had taken on a life of its own, thanks to TikTok. In February, users began posting clips of themselves singing the second verse, with the repeated "Party On You" hook making it a trend. Billboard reported that the streams of the song doubled from January to February, pushing it to the Spotify Viral 100. Charli herself acknowledged the resurgence, tweeting that she was stunned by the sudden revival of a 5-year-old song. What had once been a cult favorite was now competing with chart toppers. Atlantic Records quickly seized the opportunity, officially servicing Party For You to US radio in May 2025. And dropping a music video on the 5th anniversary of How I'm Feeling Now. The song went on to peak at number 42 on the Billboard Global 200 and broke into the top 20 in the UK. It also peaked at number 55 on the Billboard Hot 100, and for Charli, it continued the momentum she built with her legendary album Brat. For years, she has been hailed as a pop innovator, but struggled to land major radio singles. But more than a decade into her career, she has become a superstar, reaching a new career high. The unexpected resurgence of Party For You shows the power of TikTok. Ordinary by Alex Warren. Alex Warren was known for being an influencer, first gaining traction on TikTok and founding the Hype House. They were big in the early 2020s. He has been trying to build his career, but Ordinary was the lightning strike he needed. Released on February 7, 2025, as the lead single from his debut album You'll Be Alright Kid, it immediately started building buzz. Built around heartfelt lyrics about love and longing for simplicity, the song was relatable to many people. What began as a promising single quickly turned into one of the year's biggest global smashes. The turning point came when he first performed it live on season 8 of Love Is Blind. The emotional performance connected with people, giving it a streaming boost. Soon after, the song climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it spent 10 non-consecutive weeks at the top, becoming the undisputed song of the summer. On the global stage, it marked this achievement by topping the Billboard Global 200 for 10 weeks straight. Its dominance extended across more than 20 countries including the UK, where it broke records as the longest running number 1 of the decade so far. On Spotify, the song has already accumulated close to 1 billion streams, with its music video featuring his wife and its message of love and human connection showed that sentimental songs can still break through in this fast-paced age of AI. The song was even featured during the WWE tribute package, honoring the late Hulk Hogan. That cultural moment, combined with the song's already massive momentum, made it the defining song of 2025 so far. Mutt by Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas is no stranger to the spotlight, but few could have predicted that his song Mutt would become his career-defining hit. Released on August 8, 2024, as the lead single for his second studio album of the same name, it began modestly.
I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, I'm a dog.
Leon was best known for his role as Andre Harris on Nickelodeon's Victorious, and after spending years behind the scenes as a songwriter and producer for heavyweights like Ariana Grande and Drake, his time never seemed to come. But with Mutt, he stepped forward and truly became a promising star. The song gained some traction throughout late 2024, but its popularity exploded in 2025 thanks to the remixes, which expanded its reach across both hip-hop and R&B fans. By March 2025, it became a staple on radio and streaming playlists, helping push the song to peak at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100. Its slow climb reflected its organic growth, resonating with listeners who connected to its unique sound. What makes Mutt an unexpected hit is how it defied expectations for Leon. Leon. Rather than being a one-off success from a nostalgic Nickelodeon show and working in the background for years, the song cemented him as a serious solo artist. The album itself was critically acclaimed, as set him up to dominate the weak climate of male R&B, now crossing 250 million Spotify streams. Mutt is one of the most surprising hits of 2025 so far. Back to Friends by Somber. If Leon Thomas's rise was gradual, Somber's breakthrough with Back to Friends was a viral explosion. Released on December 27, 2024, the song initially flew under the radar, serving as the lead single for his debut album I Barely Know Her. But everything changed in March 2025 when clips of the song took over TikTok in the background of videos about heartbreak and nostalgia. That virality quickly translated into streaming dominance, with the song surpassing 700 million Spotify streams within months of its release. It officially entered the Billboard Hot 100 in April 2025, debuting on number 90 before slowly climbing to peak on number 30 in August. But its global impact was even more staggering. It hit the top 10 in the UK and peaked at number 6 on the Global 200, proving that Somber's mix of indie rock and pop resonates across formats. Its accompanying music video added to the buzz, eventually earning a nomination for Best Alternative Video at the 2025 VMAs. Unlike many overnight viral acts, Somber's success with Back to Friends didn't fade quickly. Instead, it grew steadily through radio airplay and playlist placements. With platinum certifications across multiple countries, Back to Friends has already been declared the breakout anthem of 2025, alongside his follow-up single Undressed, which became equally successful. Somber has emerged as one of the most talked about new artists of the year, proving that viral hits can really transform a career. Love Me Not by Reverend Lene. While Reverend Lene had built a reputation as a critically acclaimed R&B singer, she had never broken into the mainstream until Love Me Not, originally released in May 2024 as part of her sophomore album Bird's Eye. The song initially flew under the radar.
And no, it's hard to say, but I wish you were right here.
Its rise began months later when TikTok creators discovered the song, specifically through a viral mashup with Solange's Losing You. By October 2024, the mashup began circulating. By early 2025, the original Love Me Not became a slow-burning sleeper hit. By the spring of 2025, the song had fully crossed over from a niche R&B track into a mainstream juggernaut. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, Reverend Lene's first entry on the chart, and cracked the top 5 in multiple countries including the UK. The single's streaming numbers exploded, as it has now accumulated close to 500 million Spotify streams in a matter of months. Its dreamy, melancholic vibe resonated with Gen Z listeners, becoming a surprise hit. More importantly, the song has repositioned Reverend Lene as one of R&B's most promising breakout stars. After years of being underground, Love Me Not gave her mainstream visibility without compromising her artistry. In 2025, it has not only become an unexpected hit, but also the kind of viral moment that can redefine a career. No One Noticed by the Marias. The Marias have long been celebrated in indie circles for their jazz-influenced pop sound and cinematic production. With the release of their second album Submarine in 2024, the band solidified themselves as critical darlings, but commercial success had just been out of reach. That all changed when No One Noticed, a moody, melancholic single from the album, began to find its audience months after its release. Initially, it seemed destined to be a deep cut, but it somehow became a sleeper hit. The turning point came when the song found home on TikTok. It first got some buzz last year, when Billie Eilish shared a clip of herself singing along to the song on Instagram. That moment served as a stamp of approval from one of the industry's most influential voices, immediately bringing the Marias to millions of new listeners who might not have discovered the song.
Come on, don't leave me, it can't be that easy.
By 2025, No One Noticed completed a slow burn climb to become one of the year's most unexpected hits. It peaked at number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was certified gold in the US, and its streaming numbers skyrocketed to more than 640 million Spotify streams. The success of the song shows the power of word of mouth in the TikTok era. Shake It to the Max by Mali, Silent Addy, Skillabang, and Shenseea. Shake It to the Max Fly became a surprising global hit earlier this year. Ghanaian singer Mali first teased the song on social media in October 2024, where it quickly sparked a viral dance challenge. The snippet alone inspired more than 200,000 TikTok videos before the song was even officially released. Recognizing the organic momentum, she delayed the official drop until December 3, 2024, letting the anticipation build. Once released, the song exploded because of its infectious rhythm.
And if you hear this and then go and bend your back, go and bend your knees, baby, shake it to the max.
The first remix, featuring Jamaican heavyweights Shenseea and Skillabang, went viral almost instantly thanks to another TikTok dance craze. A cascade of additional remixes followed, with each version bringing the song to a new audience, keeping it fresh and relevant across multiple markets. By spring 2025, Shake It to the Max had become a cultural movement that crossed continents. It peaked at number 44 on the Billboard Hot 100, but the song's international impact far outweighed its US chart position. It climbed to number 12 on the UK singles chart and became Mali's breakout hit, with over 270 million streams on Spotify and millions of TikTok user-generated videos. It became a certified hit without needing a traditional radio or label-driven push. It is one of the most unexpected global hits of the year. Golden by Huntrix. When Netflix released K-pop Demon Hunters in June 2025, few could have predicted that one of its soundtrack songs would dominate the global charts. Performed by the fictional girl group Huntrix, voiced by EJ, Audrey, Nina, and Raime, Golden debuted as a breakout track from the animated fantasy film, but almost immediately it resonated with audiences worldwide thanks to its bright production and empowering lyrics. It was a seamless blend of K-pop influences with Western pop. By July, Republic Records pushed it on radio and watched it explode into a full-blown cultural moment. Golden quickly became more than just a soundtrack song. It debuted modestly on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 81, but skyrocketed after a surge in streaming, eventually climbing to number 1 in the US. It also topped the Billboard Global 200 and reached number 1 in 14 countries including the UK. It became a surprise smash hit. Beyond its commercial performance, Golden broke historic milestones. It became the first number 1 song in the US by a fictional group since Encanto's We Don't Talk About Bruno back in 2022, and the first all-women K-pop collective to top the Hot 100, and the first girl group since Destiny's Child back in 2001. Its momentum was further fueled by TikTok dance challenges and fan edits, turning it into a true global phenomenon. What started as a soundtrack to a decently successful film became one of 2025's most unexpected smash hits. Which unexpected hit of this year did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.